Drama Chick here. It is time for another Death Note vlog, episode 3. And oh my goodness, this one really threw me for several loops. Not just because it skewed from the source material a lot, I mean, that I kind of started to expect, but also just the twists and turns this thing is really using. It starts off right where the last one left off, with L calling Light and pretty much accusing him of being Kira. And L is just going into the entire plan that Light had to kill L. And the whole time L's just sitting there freaking out, going, oh my god. He's not saying anything, but he's freaking out. After that, I'm not lying, I had to pause it, because I was going nuts, going, oh my god, already? But they're supposed to meet and stuff's supposed to happen that hasn't happened yet, what the hell? It was very insane, and I kind of had to pause for like 10 minutes. Also, if you hear a little jingling sound, that is my dog. Hopefully, if you want to meet her, you will see her in the next Drama Chick reviews, which hopefully will be premiering the same day as this video. If not, it'll be this week definitely. I got it all shot. I'm now just finishing the editing and the voiceover work so I can get up as soon as possible. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Death Note. So he hangs up and he goes back home, and it doesn't really go much to... This is L, not Light, by the way. You see L's face, and he just has the biggest shit-eating grin when he hangs up on Light. So Light goes home. He's been told his dad's in charge of the investigation and and that his father is L's right-hand guy, so he is his #1 guy. I have no idea why I wanted to go with Jack Nicholson Joker there for a second, but it very much feels like that. And the whole time he's there, he's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? It's over. He's actually about to rip apart the Death Note, but Rook stops him and goes, no, what the hell? And around this time, Light's dad comes home with another investigator. And the whole time, Light is thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna be going to jail. He's actually there. The Death Note's open. His hand is shaking with the pencil. You know he's about to write the name, you're not entirely sure. And Light's dad and the other officer come in. And Rook is just sitting there next to him going, write it. You know you want to. You don't want to get caught, do you? I mean, more and more, Rook is becoming that little devil on Light's shoulder. But that's not why they're there at all. The other officer asks Light about the guy who died in the very end of the last episode, attacking Pop Singer, aka Second Kira. And he's like, no, we are both fans. We only met the once. What happened? And the cop says, well, he got hit by a car and died. Which we know isn't true, because if you saw the end of the episode, it didn't. So it looks like she faked his death. Second Kira in some way arranged his death to be different. But then he asks, what about... I can never know that darn pop star's name, but he asked about the pop star, asking if she's okay. Because according to Rook, her life was gonna be gone. And they're like, oh, she's fine. And Rook's like, what? No! I saw her life. No. And while they're leaving, he's kind of having an... I'm not sure how a Death Spear can have an existential dilemma, but they do a pretty interesting way, because they're showing Light slowly figuring out that the call from L was to goad him into action. You're not really sure what kind of action, but you know it was action. And next to him, mimicking his poses and body postures, is Rook going, I could not have been wrong. She should be dead. Why isn't she dead? And Light actually makes a pretty funny comment to Uruk about how, well, maybe your Shinigami eyes just suck. And Uruk's like, no, they don't. No. It is actually a very amusing exchange to watch. But then you get to what's going on with the Light's dad the next day, and he goes to the commissioner, or whatever you call the head of the Japanese police department, and the head of the police kind of turns to him and goes, why did L call my daughter asking if she was Kira? And it turns out that L made the exact same call he did to Light to 21 other people who he suspected, because they all either noticed they were being followed or in some way interacted with the FBI person following, going, you're following me, what the hell? Or at the possibility of seeing the name. And that was incredibly interesting. And Light's dad confronts L over this, going, what the hell are you trying to do? And he's like, I'm just trying to get a response. Because he needs one. He's kind of pushing all the suspects into a corner, although once the dad leaves, L looks at the computer and you really get a sense that the main person he believes is Kira is Light. And Light kind of figures this out as well. Later that day, though, he does have a talk with his dad. And the dad kind of more or less says there are several suspects, several people got that call, which kind of lets the dominoes fall in Light's mind. And Light's dad just kind of goes, if anything happens to me, protect your sister. You're the only family she has. I don't want anything to happen to you. I don't want anything to happen to her, but something might happen to me. And it's actually kind of amusing because at the beginning of the episode, we saw Light's hand shaking while he was about to write his father's name down, so we know it is a possibility. They actually very much put that on a very probable thing. If Light is pushed far enough into a corner, you get a sense that he would, even though it would destroy him internally, which I actually like that. You know, you do see a lot more struggle with Light than just the cold callousness we've seen in previous versions. And again, I'm liking these changes. I'm not liking L so much as I was hoping, because they kind of took all the main aspects that I really didn't like with Light from the manga and are giving them to L. And there are several points in this episode where I just want to punch L in his sanctimonious face, or get a bucket of dirt and put it on his white shirt. But we did see the girl again. You'll notice at the beginning of each of these vlogs, there's the chick who's named N, apparently. As I said in the first one, we didn't see her in the last episode. But she has a ventriloquist dummy. And that thing is creepy as hell. It is very, very creepy. Sorry, hand itch. And I just like, because you get a sense that it's not her controlling it, which would actually be kind of interesting if they had other elements besides the Shinigami. In this, it'd be really awesome. But you only see her for that one moment, and you get a sense she wants to kill Kira to show L that she is awesome. And she kind of looks at the dummy and goes, shall we go kill Kira? It's very creepy and gives an almost classic horror film aspect to it. I was getting flashbacks to Chucky, actually, with this girl and this little ventriloquist puppet thing. But the next day, after that, Light is at the park looking for a place without cameras. So yeah, the famous scene with like confronting the guy on the subway car, is not in this episode. And you know what? I actually really like that because I'm sorry. Subway trains have cameras in them. And there's no real way someone now could do what they do in the manga and the anime and the movie. The movie very much was a stretch. I don't think there were cameras on subway trains when the manga and the anime was done as much. But nowadays, it would not make any sense. And he would have been caught. But they actually, Light is with his friends. And they're all talking about they're going to go see the concert because the pop star is doing a concert again after her attack, and everyone's so happy that she's okay. And we do cut to her in the hospital. And you get a sense that there's something not right about her. Which I actually kind of like, because in the manga, the anime, and the movie, after she became second kid and got the Death Note, she became very insufferable to me. I could not stand her. I just didn't like it. So I like how she's a lot more subdued in this. And actually kind of cunning in her own right. I'll get more involved in that later. But they're all talking about going to the concert that night, and Light finds a tea house. Well, not necessarily a tea house, it's kind of an outdoor area where you can get drinks. That has no cameras, it's an office building, he can look directly in that area. That also has no cameras pointed at it. And he doesn't have the FBI guy's name, as established in the last episode, otherwise that guy would be dead. However, he did see a picture of the guy's fiance and saw her name written on the back. An FBI guy realized this. He's like, oh shit, he may have my fiance's name. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And Light is able to get him into a trap. Of course, he does also make a fake drawer in his desk. There is a drawer. He makes a secret panel to put the Death Note. And he puts his diary on top of the... And that he shows how you have to use his pen at the bottom to open it. Otherwise, if you try and lift it, it's going to activate oil, which is pretty much going to set the desk on fire, including the Death Note. And just kind of, as he says, I would rather burn my room than let anyone else get a hold of this.